Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans. Now, it just gets crazier and crazier in South Africa. Daniel du Toit was appointed CEO of Denel. And now the Liberated Metalworkers Union of South Africa have rejected his appointment because of BEE or affirmative action. I have a suggestion for them. Why don't they put Motsanong in charge? Remember, he was the guy who was the COO of SABC and unceremoniously dumped. And now Schlaudi, the cartoon man. He really is funny, as you'll see. I'll attach a piece with Schlaudi at the end of this video. But, it's extraordinary what's going on in South Africa. I'll just read you a bit of information about this because you need to get the background of what's happening to the top companies in South Africa. No wonder the whole country is falling in a heap. Johannesburg. The Liberated Metalworkers Union of South Africa, LIMUSA, on Monday rejected the appointment of Daniel du Toit as a group chief executive of state-owned arms manufacturer Denel, saying that the Minister of Public Enterprises must implement employment equity recommendations. There comes that key word. The Department of Public Enterprise last month announced du Toit as a new group chief executive after Cabinet approved his appointment. He is expected to assume duty on the 14th of January 2019. This comes after Zwelake Nshepe resigned with immediate effect as Denel chief executive in May after 20 years at the company, citing personal reasons, and was replaced with Michael Kobe, the chief executive of subsidiary Denel Aeronautics, in an acting capacity. Sibonzo Mdletshi, LIMUSA General Secretary, said they find it disgusting and very irresponsible for a state-owned entity like Denel to ignore the findings of the Hofeester Employment Equity Compliance Assessment, or HEECA, report, and to employ a white man as the group chief executive. Denel Land Systems' report on employment equity compliance status pointed out areas where the company needed to improve in relation to the appointment and promotion of black South Africans. Mdletshi said, one of the recommendations in the HEECA report, which we fully support, is that Denel must immediately stop the appointment and employment of white males in important positions. And he goes on to say, that recommendation was based on the findings that Denel seemed to be overlooking other races when it comes to employment in strategic positions. And as we, as LIMUSA, raised this complaint with Denel in 2017, as we saw black professionals in particular being overlooked in favor of white and Indian males. Mdletshi said they have learned that Black Management Forum was legally challenging Denel on the appointment of du Toit. Black Management Forum was not immediately available for comment. Mdletshi went on to say, we have always been consistent in that we are against this unlawful behavior of dividing workers racially by Denel, and therefore, as LIMUSA, we are going to support any action that seeks to challenge the employment equity injustices that happens in Denel. We reject the appointment of Daniel du Toit as Denel Group CEO when there are many black professionals qualified for this position. Now, there's a bit of a hypocrisy going on there, don't you think? Where he says that we are against this unlawful behavior of dividing workers racially by Denel. And then he's basically doing the same thing when it comes to Daniel du Toit, because he's a white guy. Now that's the absolute incompetence of people in positions of power, even if it's a trade union movement. Now, He goes on to say, "We call on the Minister of the Department of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, to provide necessary leadership in ensuring that the recommendations of the HEECA report are implemented as Denel promised 4 months back. We further call on the Parliament to look at this matter closely and enforce Denel to comply with the Equity Act." During the announcement, Denel board chairperson Monla Shashla said du Toit brings with him a wealth of experience in the defence and manufacturing sectors and a solid career track record that will be of value to the Denel Group. Shashla said du Toit would be able to build on the turnaround strategy for the troubled defence company and will be critical in strengthening the executive management capacity of the company. Now, we've all seen so many examples where totally incompetent black people have been put in charge because of BEE or affirmative action. Now, can you imagine the Defence Force being run by someone like this fellow who wants to be the president of South Africa? Because that's what you're going to get, you stupid arsehole Mdletshe from the trade union movement. You're going to get an incompetent idiot, and your whole defense industry is going to fall in a heap. And hey, actually, guys, that's probably not a bad thing. Because if the SADF falls in a heap, then when civil war happens, there won't be an army. Anyway, that's just me thinking out loud. All right, here comes a video with the cartoon character Schlaudi, the comedian who wants to be the president of South Africa. God help us. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Bye for now. Take care. Bye for now.
Fresh air. We need fresh air.
Come the 2019 polls, there will be another name on the ballot list. But Mr. 90%, Hlaudi Motsanong, isn't targeting other political parties. Instead, he's gunning for the president.
I'm contesting President Cyril Ramaphosa because he's the one who's in charge. I only know him, not others. I want to be the president. That is the bottom line.
Motsanong is confident he can make it all the way to the top.
It is a historical day for all South Africans because for the first time in the history of South Africa, Hlaudi is walking to Parliament Union Building as the president of South Africa.
He's also ready to go head-to-head with former President Jacob Zuma.
And I'm ready for Msholozi. I'm going to take him head-on. I'm ready for Ramaphosa. I'm ready for them.
The African Content Movement's Deputy Secretary General, Esther Padi, has confirmed the party is registered with the Independent Electoral Commission, but she won't say where the money is coming from.
All our documents have been submitted, and with the funding issue, as it has been alluded, I won't go back to that.
Motsanong's campaign promise is to have South Africans own 90% of everything imported into and manufactured in South Africa. Samkele Masego, Johannesburg.